Hello my dear students, this is my second video on the chapter Quadratic Equation. In my first video I have discussed already about the theory part of Quadratic Equation, what is Quadratic Equation and how to solve Quadratic Equation, how many processes are there to solve a Quadratic Equation. So I have already told you that to solve a Quadratic Equation we are having two processes in class 10. Okay, one is by factorization and second one is by using formula. Okay, so the first chapter is on solve the quadratic equation by using factorization. Okay, and first we will solve the first chapter. That means we have to solve each and every problem of this chapter by using factorization. Okay, so I have considered some questions from the exercise from the book by D.K. Bhattacharya. Okay, see the first exercise problem number 3. It is given that solve the following quadratic equation. The first question, problem number 3, x plus 3 into x minus 3 equals to 40. Obviously this is a quadratic equation, but the quadratic equation not is in standard form. Okay, so first we have to convert this equation into the standard form. Okay, so solution of third number problem. X plus 3 into x minus 3 equals to 40. So to convert it into the standard form of quadratic equation, we have to apply the distributive property. So before use the distributive property, see the problem properly. Here x plus 3 into x minus 3 equals to 40 is given. Okay, so x plus 3 into x minus 3, this is similar as a plus b into a minus b. Okay, and we know the expanded form of a plus b into a minus b is a square minus b square. Just remind to you, a plus b into a minus b, the expanded form of this is a square minus b square. So directly you can use this part. So here this is a and this is b, so it will become x square minus 3 square equals to 40. Okay, after that implies that x square 3 square means 9 equals to 40. Just x square keeping this side and consider all the terms on right hand side. So right hand side, already this side is minus 9. So if you consider this term in right hand side, then it will be plus 9. Okay, so implies that x square equals to 40 plus 9 means 49, and x equals to root over plus minus root over 49. That means equals to plus minus root over 49 means 7. Therefore two roots are x equals to 7 comma minus 7. One is for plus 7 and minus 7. I told you that the roots of equation is equals to the number of roots of equation is equals to the number of roots of an equation is equals to the degree of the equation. Since this is 2 degree equation, so must we will get 2 roots. So 2 roots are, one is 7 and another one is minus 7. Okay, now the question, a question can arise in your mind that why we have used here plus minus. Okay, actually solution means we have to find out those value of x for which the main equation will be satisfied. Okay, so see here this equation is nothing but this equation implies that means these two are identical, these two lines. Okay, this line and this line identical. Identical means basically these two lines same, but it in another form. Okay, and this line and this line identical, this line and this line identical. So, but this line to this line are not identical. So x square equals 49. This is my quadratic equation. This is my quadratic equation. See, actually we have converted the equation into the standard form of quadratic equation, and this line is the standard form of quadratic equation. Okay, so this is 2 degree equation. Now see here, if we use x equals to 7, then 7 square means 49. That means I am telling you that 7 square 49. Also minus 7 square. Suppose if we consider minus 7 square, then it is again 49. So x can take the value of 7 as well as minus 7. That is why we get here a 2 value. So this complete the solution. Okay, so just note down the this part. So this is the first problem. Next, see the second one. Second one is problem number 5. This is also you have to solve, and given that x into x minus 4 equals to 21. This is also not is in standard form. So first you have to convert this equation into the standard form. Okay. So I am solving here. Problem number 5. Given that x into x minus 4 equals to 21. Okay, so to convert this equation into the standard form, we have to apply in left hand side the distributive property. Distributive property, I think all of you know about the distributive property. If x into x means x square, if you multiply with this and this, then minus is there, so minus 4x equals to 21. Now consider all the terms in one side, then x square minus 4x. 21 was in that side. If you consider in left hand side, then it will be minus 21. Since it was 21 was in into the form 21 plus is in this side, so it was to 0. Now this is the standard form of quadratic. We have converted into standard form of quadratic equation. Okay, now we have to factorize the left hand side. So middle term process. So 21 can be written into 21 means 3 into 7. Okay. So first we have to check the sign of the last term. The sign of the last term is minus. See, sign of the last term is minus. So we have to match the number 4 by subtracting of two factors of 21. Okay, so 21 equals to 3 into 7. So if we subtract 7 minus 3, then we will get 4. So right here minus, in the place of 4 we will write 7 minus 3. Minus 21 equals to 0. Okay, implies that x square minus 7x and minus minus plus 3x minus 21 equals to 0. Implies that if we take common x from first two terms, then it will be x minus 7, and from the last two terms we have to take common 3, then again you will get x minus 7. Okay, equals to 0 is there. So now there are two terms, this is one term and this is another term. So from these two terms take common x minus 7. So x minus 7, if we take common x minus 7, then in first term x will be left and in second term it will be 3. So x plus 3 equals to 0. Now we get two factors, x minus 7 into x plus 3 equals to 0. So now we have to consider two cases. Either this side completed, I think. If you have not completed this part, then pause the video and note down in your copy. Okay. After this line, we have to case either x minus 7 equals to 0 or x plus 3 equals to 0. So first, from the first one we get x equals to 7, and from the second one we get x equals to minus 3. Hence the solution. X equals to 7 minus 3. This completes the solution. Okay. Hope you understand. Next, problem number 6. Okay, note down this problem. Note down this solution. Pause your video and note down. Okay, these two problems we have done. This problem and this problem done. Now the 6 number problem. I am solving for here. 6 number problem is given that 25x plus 9 by x equals to 30. This is also a quadratic equation, but this equation is not in standard form. So first we have to convert it into the standard form. Okay. So 25x plus 9 by x equals to 30. Just simplify it. Make it simple. Then take LCM. Then it will be x. So it will multiply by 25x square plus 9 equals to 30. Hope you understand all these things. Now cross multiplication. Then 25x square plus 9 equals to 30x. Now consider all the terms in one side. Then 25x square minus 30x plus 9 equals to 0. Now we have to factorize the left hand side. Here left hand side is a quadratic expression. In left hand side, only left hand side, this is quadratic expression, and you have already learned about the factorization of 2-degree expression. So this is middle term factor. So to middle term factor, the first process is you have to multiply the extremities. Here two extremities, one extremity is 25 and another one is 9. And first we have to consider all the factors. So 9 means, if we factorize 9, then we get 3 into 3, and if we factorize 25, then we get 5 into 5. Okay, and by multiplying, so there are, how many factors are there? 3, 3, 5, 5 total factors. 3, 3, 5 and 5. So by make the group, and by adding, you have to match with 30. Okay, since last sign is positive, so by using these two factors, you have to make a group of two factors, so that by adding that two factor you get 30. So if we use 3 and 5, this, if we consider these 3, then 3 is a 9, 5 9 is a 45, and this one 5, left 5. So if we add these two, then it will become 50, and if it's we have to match by addition, so 45 plus 5 will be 50, so it does not match. So we have to make another group. How to make the group? Okay, 3, 5, first consider this group, the 3 into 5 means 15, and this 3 and 5 again 15. So if we add these two, then we get 30. See, and we have to match 30. So write it. So it implies that 25x square, in the place of 30 that I am writing here directly, it will be 15x minus 15x. Okay, total 30x. See, minus 15x, they are of same sign, and it will become 30x equals to 0. Now take common from first two terms. First two terms, x must will come common and 5 will come common. Then 5x ultimately. So it is 5x minus from this term, then it will be 3. If you take common 3 from here, from second last two terms, then it will be 5x minus 3. Okay, one special trick is there, that if you take the common of first two terms, then whatever factor you will get in this position, you will get back in this position also. If you get such, then you can verify by yourself that your factorization is correct. Do you get it? Okay, now we have to take common. Now we have two terms. This is one term and this is second term. See, this minus this. So two terms are there. So we have to take common 5x minus 3, since this is common in both of the terms. So we can take common. So I am taking common here. So if we take common here 5x minus 3, then in first term we have taken already this part common. then only left is 5x and minus is there. See, on left is 5x and we have already taken common 5x minus 3. So left in second term is only 3. So it is 3 equals to 0. Now either this complete the factorization, okay? Either 5x minus 3 equals to 0 implies that 5x equals to 3 implies that x equals to 3 by 5. Okay, and or 5x, oh, very good. This was the 5x equals to 3 implies that x equals to 3 by 5. See here, we get two values of x and the values are equal. Okay, in this case we get the equal value. So you can express this line into a perfect square. Okay, so I'll discuss it later, so leave it. So this is the solution, this completes the solution. Okay, roots are 3, 5 and 3, 5. For the video note down. Okay, this one done. Now 7 number problem. Okay, all the similar type problem you have to solve. Okay, this is homework. Next, 7 number. In this part, for 7 number we need more space. Solution of 7 number. I am writing here, okay? After that I will use that side. 4 by x minus 1 minus 5 by x plus 2 equals to 3 by x. Okay, now I am using this. Okay, I have to solve it. So this is also a quadratic equation, but unfortunately the quadratic equation is not in standard form. Okay, so first we have to convert this quadratic equation into the standard form. So how can we convert? Just simplify it. Then first I am considering the LCM, straightforward way. X minus 1 into x plus 2 in left hand side. Now divide, we have to divide, the process is divide this by denominator, then if we divide x minus 1, then this time cancel out, so only left x plus 2, and we have to multiply the quotient by numerator, so it will be 4 into x plus 2. This is for all type of student, that is why I am not considering the step jump. Okay, x plus 2, if we divide x plus 2, then left is x minus 1. So 5 into x minus 1. 3 by x equals to. Now, simplify it. Just simplify. Then 4x plus 4 to the 8. 4x plus 4 to the 8 minus 5x minus plus 5 by, if I apply distributive property, then first consider this x and multiply with the second factor. Second factor means this. So if you multiply, first consider this x and hold it. Okay, and multiply with this entire part. So it will be x square plus 2x. Next, consider this minus 1, okay, and multiply with this second factor. So it will be minus, if we multiply the minus 1, the minus 1 into x means minus x, and minus 1 into 2 means minus 2 equals to 3 by x. Did you get it? Okay, now simplify the numerator. 4x minus 5x means only x minus x. 4x minus 5x means they are of opposite sign, so we have to subtract these two. So if you subtract it, then it will be 1, and the greater sign is minus 1. So it will be 1 time of x minus x. This is nothing but our only minus x. okay, and plus 30 by x square. Here like terms are 2x and x, so 2x minus x will be x itself, plus x minus 2 equals to 3 by x. Now consider the cross multiplication. Cross multiplication means this side and this side. Okay, this is called cross multiplication. So if you multiply these two sides, then it will be minus. Okay, I am considering this side only. Okay, so 3 with this corner, 3 with this corner. So it will be 3x square plus 3x minus 6 equals to, if we consider this corner, then it will be minus x square plus 13x. Okay, now we are going to convert this quadratic equation into the standard form. Okay, so consider all the terms in one side, then it will be 3x square. If we consider this x square term in left hand side, then it will be plus x square plus 3x. If we consider this term, then minus 13x minus 6 equals to 0. Okay, after this line, actually I have not jumped a single step. I have not. That is why this solution is very large. Okay, you can jump the step. Okay, 3x square plus x square means 4x square. Here 3x minus 13x is minus 10x and minus 6 equals to 0. So this is the standard form of quadratic equation. See, ax square minus bx, x square plus bx plus c equals to 0. So here a means 4, ax square plus bx, actually here b means minus 10 and c means minus 6. So now divide both sides by 2, then it will be 2x square minus 5x minus 3 equals to 0. Now middle term, 2x square minus 3 into 2 means 6. So the two factors is 6 and 6 can be written as 3 into 2, and the sign of last one is negative. So we have to match this 5 by subtraction. So 6 equals to 6 can be written as 3 into 2, 6 into 1. If we use this one, then 3 minus 2 does not match 5, but 6 minus 1 can match the 5. So we have to use this one. So 6x plus x minus 3 equals to 0. We have jumped a step. Now take common 2x, then x minus 3 plus take common 1, then x minus 3 itself equals to 0. Okay. Now two terms are there, first term and second term. Take common x minus 3 and rest terms are 2x plus 1 equals to 0. Now either x minus 3 equals to 0. This line gives x equals to 3, and another one 2x plus 1 equals to 0 implies that 2x equals to minus 1 implies that x equals to minus 1 by 2. So now we have two solutions, two value of x which satisfies this equation. So hence the solution is 3 comma minus f. We have got a value 3 and another is minus 10. Did you get it? This is the process. First you have to convert a quadratic equation into the standard form. After apply the factorization method or middle term method. Okay, then you will get the answer. Next, problem number 27. Actually, I have solved the last problem 7, and 7 number problem is you can solve by use the concept of 7 number problem. You can solve 8 number problem from the book D.K. Bhattacharya. Okay, we are following the book D.K. Bhattacharya. Okay. So exercise number from exercise problem number 8 you can solve by the same concept. Problem number 10, 11, 12 very simple problem. Problem 13 also you can solve by the similar way of problem number 7. 14, 15 you can solve. So I am solving now 27 number. 27, 28 and 36 I will solve now. Okay. So See the problem number 27. Problem number 27 is given that you have to solve 2 to the power 2x minus 3 into 2 to the power x plus 2 plus 32 equals to 0. Hope you have solved this problem while you are a student of class 9. Okay, but we have to solve this problem here again. So I am writing the question 27 number. 2 to the power 2x minus 3 into 2 to the power x plus 2 plus 32 equals to 0. Actually this is not a quadratic equation. Okay, so first we have to convert it into the standard form of quadratic equation. So we have to assume something. Okay, let me solve and look at the board very carefully. Okay, otherwise you will be unable to understand. Okay, it can be written as 2 to the power 2x minus 3 into 2 to the power x plus 2 by the rule of exponent. Okay, you know that x to the power m into x to the power n equals to x to the power m plus n. We have memorized it in class 8. So we can write in the place of x to the power m plus n, we can write x to the power m into x to the power n. Similarly, 2 to the power x plus 2 is there. So in the place of 2 to the power x plus 2, we can write 2 to the power x into 2 to the power 2. Is it clear? And plus 32, keep it unchanged. Okay. Next. 2 to the power x can be written as 2 to the power 2x can be written as 2 to the power x whole square. Which rule of exponent I have used here? You know that x to the power m, the whole power n, means it is x to the power mn. Okay, we can multiply these two. So if you multiply these two, then again you will get back 2 to the power 2x. Okay, that is why we have written here minus just 2 square means 4 into 3. 4 into 3 means 12. 12 into 2 to the power 2x. We can't multiply 12 and 2. Okay, since here 12 is a integer number and 2 to the power x is an exponent number. Okay, so don't make this mistake. Plus 32 equals to 0. Now let 2 to the power x, actually this is the quadratic equation of 2 to the power x. Okay, and if I am telling you that this is the quadratic equation of 2 to the power x, then you are unable to understand. Okay, you can't understand. If I am telling you that this is the quadratic equation of 2 to the power x, then you could not understand it. Okay, that is why I am assuming 2 to the power x equals to a new variable, suppose a. Then just replace 2 to the power x by a. Then you could understand that 2 to the power, this is the quadratic equation. Then if you replace it, then in the place of 2 to the power x, if you write a, then it will be a square minus 12 into in the place of 2 to the power a, 2 to the power x, we have to write a. So this is becomes 12a plus 32. Now see, this is the quadratic equation of a. This is the quadratic equation of a. So a is, actually we have considered here 2 to the power x as a. So easily we will say that, sir, this is the quadratic equation of a. So this is the quadratic equation of a, means internally this is the quadratic equation of 2 to the power x. A and 2 to the power x is same thing according to our assumption. Is it clear? So now solve this part. So this is the quadratic equation, you have to factorize it. I am factorizing that side. So if we multiply the extremities, then it will be 32 into 1 is 32. Now break 32 into 2 factors, and you have to match 12 by addition, since last sign is addition. add of 2 factor of 32, add by addition of 2 factor of 32, you have to match this term. So 32 can be written as 16 into 2, 16 into 2. So 16 and 2, if you add 16 and 2, then will you get 12? Is it possible? No. Next, any more factors? 2 factor. Okay, 4. But 4 into 8 means 32. 4 and 8. Okay. So if you add 4 and 8, then you will get 12. So we can use 4 and 8. Okay. So right here. So implies that 8 square minus 4 and 8. So you have to write the greater one first. Okay. So among 4 and 8, 81 is greater. So 8a minus 4a plus 32 equals to 0. Now take common a from first two terms. From first two terms you have to take common a. Then it will be a minus 8. And from second two common minus 4. Then it from the first term a is left. And from second term minus 8 will be there. Why? Since we have taken common minus, so all the sign after the term will be changed. So now this is converted into 2 terms. This is one term, this is another term. So it will take common a minus 8. Then the rest term is a minus 4 equals to 0. Either what? Either a minus 8 equals to 0 or a minus 4 equals to 0. Implies that a equals to 8 and this one gives a equals to 4. But look at the board and look into the question. The question is you have to solve for x. That means you have to find out the value of x. But up to this line we have the value of a, and a is our assumption. Okay, we get here the value of a. Okay, so we have to convert this a into the term of x. So what is a here? A means 2 to the power x. So put here a means a was our assumption. So we cannot keep our assumption in the answer. So we must have to convert. So a means 2 to the power x equals to 8. Implies that 2 to the power x equals to 8 can be written as 2 cube. Okay, now base is same. 2 to the power x is equals to 2 to the power 3 or 2 cube. Since 2 same, so x and 3 must be same. Therefore x must be equals to 3. This is also follows from the rule of exponent, which you have learned in class 9. Okay, again implies that in the place of a you can write x equals to 4 and 4 can be written as 2 square. Okay, by the same rule here x equals to 2a. So this complete the solution. Our target was to compute the value of x for which this equation satisfied. So x equals to 3 and x equals to 2. This complete the solution. Understood? Next, problem number 28. Same as problem number 27. So you have to try it. Just I will give the hints so that you can solve by yourself. Understood? Okay. Pause the video and note down in your copy. Twenty-eight number is here, that 4 to the power x plus 1 plus 4 to the power 1 minus x equals to 10. Okay. So first 4 to the power x plus 1 can be written as 4 to the power x into 4 by the rule of exponent. If base is same, you can add the power. So 4 into 4 to the power 1, there is nothing is there, so power of 4 is 1. So if you add x and 1, then you get 4 to the x plus 1. Okay, in the replacement of this one we have written here this one. Okay, next plus this can be written as 4 by 4 to the power x. Why? In the case of division we have to subtract the power, so here power of 4 is 1 and this is 4 to the power x, so 1 minus x you will get. Actually it follows from the rule this x to the power m by x to the power n equals to x to the power m minus n. Hope you understand. Okay, equals to 10, keep it unchanged. Now since only, see, if we take 4 to the power x as a new variable, then easily we can convert this into the standard form of quadratic equation. Okay, since you are unable to solve it, if you keep 4 to the power x invariant. Okay, so we have to consider here, let 4 to the power x as a new variable a, suppose. Then the first one is a into 4, that means 4a, plus this will be 4 by a equals to 10. Now take LCM, then it will be 4a square plus 4 equals to 10, implies that 4a square minus 10a plus 4 equals to 0. I have jumped a step, and if we divide by 2, then it will be 2a square minus 5a plus 2 equals to 0. Okay, so now you can solve. After that you have to solve for a, then you have to put the in the place of a 4 to the power x. Okay, I am solving. Leave it. Okay, now middle term 2 into 2, if you multiply the extremities then it will come 4, and you have to break 4 into 2 factors, and those 2 factors after adding you have to match 5, since last sign is add. So 4 can be written as 4 into 1. Easily you can write, if you add 4 and 1 then you get 5. So 2a square, in the place of 5, 4a minus a plus 2 equals to 0. Okay, implies that take common 2a from first 2 terms, then it will be a minus 2 minus, if you take common 1 then it is a minus 2 equals to 0. Implies that take common a minus 2 from the 2, then first let 2a minus 1 equals to 0. Next, either a minus 2 equals to 0, implies that a equals to 2, and this one gives 2a minus 1 equals to 0, implies that 2a equals to 1, therefore a equals to 1 by 2. Now put the value of a means what? A was out 4 to the power x, so 4 to the power x equals to 2. Now how to solve? Actually this is we have to solve for x, and the process is you have to convert this equation in both sides same base. Okay, so that both sides are having same base. In this side base is 2 and power is 1. There is no way to convert it again, but you can convert this 4 into the place of 4. You can write 2 square, and just in the replace of 4 we have written here 2 square, and outside x was there to write it, and 2 to the power 1, 2 means 2 to the power 1, so 2 to the power 2 whole power x, that means we have to multiply this 2, so 2 to the power 2x equals to 2 to the power 1, implies that base same, so power must be same, implies that 2 to the power 2x equals to 1, just power same, therefore x equals to 1 by 2. Okay, this is one solution, and another one. Similarly, in the place of a, again we can write, this was a, 2 to the power 2x equals to this half can be written as 2 to the power minus 1. So base same, so power must be same, 2 to the power x equals to minus 1, therefore x equals to minus half. This complete the solution. Understood? What's the video note down? Next, 36 number problem. Okay, I am writing here. x by x minus 1 plus x minus 1 by x equals to 2 of 1 by 2. Okay. To solve this problem, you can go through the straightforward way. Okay, that means take LCM in left hand side, after that blah blah blah, and you will get the standard form of quadratic equation. But I will use a trick. Okay, why? If we take x by x minus 1, see, observe properly, then you can observe it that the first term is reciprocal of second one, and conversely. What do you mean by reciprocal? The reciprocal of 2 by 3 is 3 by 2. And reciprocal of 1 by 2 is 2. Reciprocal of 5 by 7 is 7 by 5. So what about the reciprocal of x by x minus 1? Just numerator, denominator will be interchanged among them. So x by x minus 1, reciprocal of this will be x minus 1 by x. So since they are reciprocal to each other, so we can solve it in very easy way. Okay, just let x by x minus 1 equals to, take another new variable a, suppose. Then first one will be a, then x by x minus 1, in the place of x by x minus 1 we can write a, plus in the place of x minus 1 by x it will be 1 by a. Okay, it will be 1 by a, then it is 1 by a equals to, convert into the improper fraction, this is mixed fraction, so 2 to the 4, 5 by 2. Did you get it how it will be 1 by a? Suppose x by x minus 1 is there, equals to a. So a in the place of a is nothing but a by 1. Okay, just reverse both sides. So this side will be x minus 1 by x, and if you reverse this side also, then it will be 1 by a. Understood? Now solve it. Take LCM, then a will be LCM, it will be a square plus 1 equals to 5 by 2. Now take cross multiplication. Then 2a square, I am multiplying first this corner, 2a square plus 2 equals to 5a. Take all the terms in one side, then 2a square minus 5a plus 2 equals to 0. Oh, very good. Okay. Now factorize it, then 2 to the 4 and 4 into 1. If you add 4 into 1, then you will get 5. So 2a square, this problem just before 2 or 3 problems I have discussed the same problem. Actually from this same problem. So 4a minus a plus 2 equals to 0. Okay. Now take common. Then 2 will come common, then a minus 2. If minus common minus 1, then it will become a minus 2. Now 2 terms converted into 2 terms, and 2 terms are having a common term, a common factor a minus 2. So take common a minus 2. So if you take common a, minus 2, then the rest term 2a minus 1 equals to 0. Either a minus 2 equals to 0 or 2a minus 1 equals to 0. Implies that a equals to 2. This one gives us a equals to 1 by 2. Is it complete the solution? No. A was our assumption. So we can't keep a in the answer. Okay, we have to, actually our question was solve for x, but we get here the value of a. So we have to convert a into x. So a means what? A means our x by x minus 1. So put it in the place of a, put x by x minus 1 equals to 2. Now consider cross multiplication. If the denominator of 2 is 1, so by cross multiplication 2x minus 2 equals to x. So after solving 2x minus x equals to 2, implies that x equals to 2. This is the first part, and for second part, if you put here x by x minus, put the value of x, then this one will be 1 by 2. If we consider this cross product, then 2x equals to x minus 1 by considering cross multiplication, and 2x minus x equals to minus 1, implies that x equals to minus 1. So we get two solutions, x equals to 1 and x equals to minus 1. So this complete the solution. Did you get it? Okay. Now I hope all type of problem I have solved, but I have to discuss one theory now. Okay, the problem 36 number, this is similar as 25. Okay, so 25 number you have to solve. Okay, same problem. So this is homework. Okay, rest all the problem you are able to solve, I think, but I have to discuss a theory. Okay, I am discussing now. Let me discuss. Okay, pause the video and note down, obviously. Okay, new theorem is this theory, this chapter very small theory. Okay, suppose if you are having the quadratic equation, then you are able to find the root of the equation. Now you can find out the root of the equation. Okay, suppose a quadratic equation I am giving you, that x square minus 5x plus 6 equals to 0, and find the roots. Okay, so just find the roots. Then you have to factorize the left hand side. So left hand side if you factorize, then you will get x divide the last sign is positive, so you have to break the 6 into 2 factor, and you have to add those 2 factor and match 5. So 6 can be break into 3 into 2, and if you add 3 2, then you will get 5. So it can be written 3x minus 2x plus 6 equals to 0. Now take common x from first two terms, then it will be x minus 3, and if you take common 2 minus 2, then it will be x minus 3 equals to 0. Implies that, now take common x minus 3 from the a, then rest terms are x minus 2 equals to 0. From this line, could you tell me what will be the roots from this line? Obviously, calculate in your mind that x minus 3 will be 0. So in your mind that either x minus 3 will be 0, that means x will come 3, and another will x minus 2 will be 0, or and x will come 2. So this is, so from this line easily we can say the roots of this quadratic equation. Understood? Now the question is, we have actually the given was the quadratic equation, and you have to find out the roots. Now the question is, suppose roots is given or roots are given, then is it possible to form the quadratic equation? That means roots will be given and you have to form, that means you have to make the quadratic equation. The first one was quadratic equation was given, this was given. Okay, in the first case it was given, and you have simplified the roots. You have find out the roots. Now my question is it possible if roots is given, then suppose this is given, if this is given, then make the quadratic equation. Actually this was quadratic equation. Is it possible to make the quadratic equation? You have to construct, or you have to make the rule. Okay, you will make, and you can solve it. You can make the quadratic equation. I think, I believe that. How? Suppose roots are given, that x equals to 3 Suppose hide this top part, at the topmost part. Suppose this is given that the question is like that, find the form the quadratic equation, form the quadratic equation whose roots are 3, 2. Suppose this is the question. That means 3 and 2. Then is it possible to form, to go back to this line? Is it possible? Obviously possible. Why not? Since x equals to x, 3 and 2 is root, that means x equals to 3 and x equals to 2. The last line will be like this. That means the previous one line will be x minus 3 equals to 0 and x minus 2 equals to 0. That means that previous line will be this. That previous line will be like x minus 3 into x minus 2 equals to 0, and that previous line should be like this, and this you get back x square minus 5x plus 6. So we are able to solve this type of problem. If roots are given, then we are able to solve, or we are able to form that quadratic equation. Okay, how? Just since roots are 3 and 2, so just take the last line should be like this. You can guess about this line. Okay, we'll skip this part. We'll skip this part. Otherwise, the problem will be very large. Directly, we will write this line. You can write this line, and you can guess about this line. Okay, since roots are 3 and 2, so this line should be x minus 3 and x minus 2. Okay, how did you get it? That x minus 3 and x minus 2, roots are 3 and 2 means x equals to 3 and x equals to 2. So if you consider this side, then x minus 3 equals to 0 and x minus 2 equals to 0. This one. So the previous one will be x minus 3 into x minus 2 equals to 0, and dot dot. Just distribute it. Understood or not? Okay. So we are able to form the quadratic equation if roots are given. Okay, I am considering an exercise problem. Hope you understand all this thing. Okay, see problem number 18. Construct the quadratic equation whose roots are 4, minus 3. I am solving it. Okay. One is minus 3. So I have to construct the quadratic equation. Now, could you guess about the last line? So it is given that x equals to 4 and x equals to minus 3. The solution is x equals to 4 and x equals to minus 3. It is given. So what about the last line? Last line should be, so write down the direct answer. The required quadratic equation is, what about the last? It will be x minus 4 into x plus 3. If you consider this term in this side, then it should be x plus 3 equals to 0. Understood? This line, the last line after middle term factor, the last line should be like this. Understood? If we expand it, then we will get the quadratic equation. See? Just multiply by this one, then x into x, just consider this one and hold it and multiply with the entire second factor. Then x into x, x square, x into 3, actually I am multiplying this way, okay, plus 3x. Now consider the second one and multiply with the whole. So minus 4x, this is positive, this is negative, minus 4x, and minus plus minus, and 3 4s are 12 equals to 0. Understood? Hope you understand. Okay, next. So it is nothing but x square plus 3x minus x, that means minus x minus 12 equals to 0. See, this is the quadratic equation, and according to the question you have to construct this quadratic equation. So this complete the solution. Understood? So if roots are given, then we can construct the quadratic equation. Next, actually this is very long way. Now we will generate a formula so that directly by putting the roots directly we can construct the quadratic equation. That's why we have to consider two arbitrary roots. That means we have to make a frame. Understood? Okay, I am making the frame. Suppose in the place of 4 and minus 3, suppose roots are alpha comma beta. Arbitrarily we are taking that. I am writing the question. Okay, construct the quadratic equation whose roots are alpha and beta. Solution. Okay, solution. So here 4 and 3 minus 3, the particular value was given, but we are going to solve a arbitrary problem. Okay, roots are alpha and beta. So here alpha means 4 and beta means minus 3. Understood? Okay, so if you solve it, then the last line should be, I am writing the direct this line. Okay, the required quadratic equation is my black. The required quadratic equation is obviously the after factorize the last line should be of the form x minus alpha into x minus beta equals to 0. Understood or not? So this is the quadratic equation. If you expand it, then you will get the quadratic equation. Now expand it, then by distributive property it will be x square minus beta x. We consider this x and multiplying with this factor. Next, if you consider alpha and multiply with this factor, then minus alpha into x means minus alpha x. This minus and with beta, then minus minus plus alpha beta equals to 0. Same process, see? Okay, next, x square. Okay, what was the standard form of quadratic equation? Quadratic equation terms should be first square related term, next x related term, next constant. So x square term, in this line x square term, x term, then x related term, then constant. Here alpha beta must be a constant number, so we have to make it a single term. So if you take common minus, then it will be beta plus alpha into x. If we take common minus x, obviously this. If we take common minus x, wait. If we take common minus x from these two terms, then it will be beta plus alpha beta equals to 0. Understood? Implies that I am writing very easy. Just I will write this term in alpha plus beta and beta plus alpha, same thing, plus alpha beta. So this is the quadratic equation. So we have to memorize this line. It will be better if we memorize this line, this last line, then you can write the direct answer. If you memorize this line, how? Just try to solve this line, this problem. X equals to 4, roots are 4 and minus 3. So alpha means 4 and beta means minus 3. I am solving here. Okay. If we suppose the question came that construct the quadratic equation whose roots are 4 and minus 3. So here alpha means 4 and beta means minus 3. Just put the alpha equals to 4 and beta equals to minus 3 in this line, then you get direct answer. I am solving here. See, x square minus, but this is alpha or this is our beta. So alpha means 4 and beta means minus 3. So 4 minus 3 into x plus alpha into beta means we have to multiply these two. So 4 into 0 minus 12 equals to 0. This is nothing but x square minus 4 minus 3 means 1. 1 into x means only 1 minus 12 equals to 0. See, this answer and this answer same. Understood? So we have to memorize this line. If the quadratic equation roots are alpha beta, then the quadratic equation will be x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta. And you can memorize in another way also. Suppose you forgot during the exam time, then you will solve that problem by the main thing, by the previous one. It is not mandatory that you have to solve by direct method. Okay, you can solve the previous process also. Okay, so you can memorize this thing into another form also. How? I am writing here in sentence. Okay, just observe properly. Actually, what this line says, roots are alpha and beta. So in this place, alpha plus beta means sum of roots, and this one product of roots. So you can write, if roots are given, then quadratic equation, if roots are given, then quadratic equation is, see, x square, I am writing here x square, minus is there, I am writing here minus, roots are given, that is alpha and beta roots, and this says that this is the sum of roots. So in the place of alpha plus beta, you can memorize that sum of roots. Sum of roots. Okay, this part complete. After that, x is there, sum of roots into x plus alpha beta means alpha into beta, that means product of roots. Product of roots. Product of this part, so equals to 0, equals to 0. Understood or not? So you can memorize this line also. So you can memorize this line, that if roots are given, then the quadratic equation is x square minus sum of roots into x plus product of roots. You can avoid this part. Understood? Okay, next I will solve one problem on the basis of this chapter. Okay, suppose I am asking you that construct the quadratic equation whose roots are 5 and whose roots are 5 and 7. Construct the quadratic equation whose roots are 5 and 5 and minus 7. Okay, so we know that if roots are given, then directly we can construct the quadratic equation, and to construct the quadratic equation we need sum of roots and product of roots. So directly calculate sum of roots. Solution: sum of roots, sum equals to, in short, sum means addition of these two. So 5 plus and second one is minus 7. So 5 minus 7 equals to minus 2, and product will be what? Product equals to 5 into minus 7, that means minus 35. Okay, therefore the quadratic equation will be x square minus sum of roots we have minus 2 into x plus product of roots minus 35. Now just remove the bracket, then it will be x square minus minus plus 2x plus minus minus 35. This completes the solution. Stop. Hope you understand all this thing. Okay, and no problem is there so that you are unable to solve. Okay, so this chapter completed, first chapter. So this complete the first chapter. In my next class, I will discuss about the solving procedure of quadratic equation by using formula. Understood? Okay. Thank you.
Please subscribe my YouTube channel and press the bell icon so that you get the notification of all updates.